stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.
Looks like the discourse continues, because this is getting ridiculous. And I guess I must have put myself in this, because this is what's going to happen when you get involved in anything, even from like gaming journalists, political say. I'm going to say this right now. I'm an independent thinker on anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and make my stance on something. I'm gonna say this. I don't mind DEI content in my video games, as long as it's not presented to me ignorantly and preachy, which, let's be honest, 4 out of 10 times is. All the stuff that's coming out now. Look what's happened with Naughty Dog. Like, that is 100% in your face preachy. Like, it's the identity. It's not even about the character. If you could give me any LGBT character, any character of color with a good story, if I can give a good example, I'd say Static Shock. You know? Because Static is himself. It's not an ideology. Now, with that other say, like I said, I don't mind DEI content. And the reason why I have to put this there is apparently my TikTok got ratioed for the series stuff. And it's for this stuff. And apparently they think I'm some neo-Yahtzee. I'm not going to say the word. Which doesn't make sense because I'm mixed race descent. You know, my mama's black. The father I never met is white. You know. So, it's funny how It's funny how they just go out here to come out here and attack me and say that my ideology. And all I said was, and everything I said was good. And this is where I think that I'm going to call these people the alt left, because they are the alt left, because they're extremely militant. Because here's the thing. I said that series design was good. I defended series design. You know? And even that wasn't good enough. All I said negative was Cyan Mar, the lore developer, wasn't helping his case by threatening his customers. The people buying these games are gamers, and you're out here threatening people. Look, I work a grocery store job, and yes, I could. Sometimes customers can irk you a little bit, especially today when I had about 15 people ask for eggnog in January. But you know what? I use the frontal cortex of my brain to logically think that maybe I'd get fired if I crashed out and went off. When the person behind the other person that was asking me overheard and still asked me, no, I actually stayed calm, said, no, we don't have no eggnog, come back another time. Because, I don't know, functioning adults use the frontal cortex more often than anything else. But obviously these narcissists can't. Even if someone wanted to critique something. Not even talk about politics or anything. Maybe, I don't know. And maybe it doesn't have to be about Siri. It could be about a story beat or something like that. Maybe they could do something. But they don't want to hear it. They're so narcissistic. They don't want to hear what anybody else is, except for what they want to believe. All I said was that the lore designer dev guy, Cyan Mar, isn't helping his case. And even if it wasn't a customer fan base, is it really professional to represent a company and threaten to punch someone? Say, I wish I had muscles so I could punch gamers? And that's from his Twitter. Everybody else got it. You can go look at Veridark. You go look at every other content creator. And like I said, I'm an independent thinker on this stuff. I said again, I don't mind DEI if it's not, ignorantly presented to me, as long as it's not preachy where, we're putting down somebody else. Because let's be honest, hatred toward white people is still racism. Reverse racism is still racism. Okay? At the end of the day. Hate on hate is still hate, bud. And anybody who actually paid attention to school would understand that. But I never said anything to the effect. There was no need for me to, as someone who don't even got that many views, to be to be attacked by these rabid, bots. Because let's be honest, they're not real people. Because this is some extreme emotional behavior. Every human being has the frontal cortex. The frontal cortex is designed to keep control of your intrusive thoughts. And so far, these people aren't doing it. These people are so narcissistic that you say something, even saying, okay, maybe you could have done this better, equates to you thinking that way because you're for the other side, because it's us or them bullshit. And that's what this is. I don't really go into the game journalism sphere. I don't go into, the right ring side of gaming. I've said before, I'm an independent thinker. I decide what's good for me. And if I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. There's just no political things. I'll say this too, just so you know where I stand too. I don't want Christian propaganda in my games either. I just want to go and escape to the real world. I want to play some attractive, handsome, buff-ass dude. Maybe not buff-ass, but someone that looks like, I don't know, someone like Cloud, like the Cloud Strife Link, someone you can't realistically be. And just play and let go of thinking. Just enjoy a good written story. That's all that matters to me. And it's the same thing. If I had to play a female character, I want to play a female character that's interesting. That has an interesting backstory. So it's weird how I'm getting attacked when I was being positive about In fact, the first video I did on The Witcher 4 was defending it. I was actively defending The Witcher 4. Because, personally, I didn't see Ciri's design as controversial or terrible. In fact, I don't even see her as uglified. If anything, she looks badass. She looks like old Lagatha from season 4 or 5 of Vikings. And I'm a big Vikings fan. I could talk all day about Vikings, and even though Lagatha grew old, she's still attractive. She's still a fox. Nothing changed. In fact, she grew more badass over the series. So it's weird that I'm getting attacked, and this is why I'm animated, because it's weird I'm getting attacked for being positive. All I just said was that what the dev is doing is not helping the games. Because I'm gonna be honest. If you guys are gonna become future devs, not that in the game that AAA game is gonna survive anyways, but let's just say AAA studios survive. Let's just say somehow Naughty Dog gets themselves out of it. Project Red gets himself out of it. Ubisoft gets themselves out of the messes as they are, and they finally do what they need to do. They can finally compete with the Eastern games, the Asian games company. Let's just say they could get back and bounce back. What I would do until the game comes out is I'd go on a social media cleanse. I'd go on a social media cleanse. And what I mean by a social media cleanse is I would just stay offline, let the discourse run, especially if you've done nothing wrong. And that's how I know that something was done wrong, because, to me, I saw Ciri's model, and I think that looks okay. That looks great. I don't see no problems with it. All of this dev had to do is shut his fucking mouth. And I don't care if I get monetized. I will say fuck in this video. Because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of, I'm tired of people coming at me trying to make me something I'm not. All I just said was what he was doing is not good for him. And this is what I mean by staying off the internet. Never go onto any discourse. Don't react to trolls. If you've done nothing wrong, I would just hit the mute button on my social media posts, my comments, hit the mute button, and go on about my day if I knew I didn't do nothing wrong. Because some people are going to overthink, because the internet is full of hyper overthinking people that will come up with 1,000 reasons to start an argument. And that's just the truth. They'll start an argument of anything. You could say the sky is blue, and these people go out here, try to go out there and prove those pseudosciences that the sky's actually green and not blue. I would, before release, I would just put mute, go about your day, and you know what, and have faith in your product. Because if you have to go out of your way to silence criticism, to silence even just regular people that have nothing to do with game journals, have nothing to do with the, and anti DEI or pro DEI stuff, going after everybody as possible, go after just smaller channels like even like my channel when I just said that this was not a good move. The point is, all I say is that's unprofessional. That's not going to make me want to buy the game because that feels like you're isolating me. And not just only me, you're isolating a bunch of other people because the only people buying these video games is gamers. And if you go after your audience, yeah, no shit that they're not going to want to play the games. No fucking shit, bud. None. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. But all I just said is that just stay off social media, mute everything until the game comes out. Have faith in your product. If you just put out a good product and have faith in it without pushing no agenda and without threatening and silencing critics, your game will do fine. I would just say be on social media and have faith in your products. And that's it.